Hello and welcome in. Today's question, is there such a thing as too much grass? And we're kind of stuck here. So in this case, yes, but in general, can there ever be too much grass? Let's find out. Now, admittedly, that first pick was a bit of a clickbait. What we're actually going to do is this field right here. As you can see, we've got it edged out so there's no grass beside it. What we're going to test today is if you can have too much grass on the field. Will it affect what you're doing? Now, the reason I thought of this is a lot of us, when we get to the second stage, we mow. And a lot of people do a second cutting. They won't pick it up after the first one. They'll wait till it grows again, it again, and then pick it up on the second cut. Is there a point where you can have too many cuts and you can't mow the grass anymore? Now, I know this is kind of a weird question, and it struck me as weird too, but you know what? If we're not here for science, what are we here for? So let's just try it. So what our method is going to be is you see our pieces of equipment here. We are going to mow this. We're not going to swath it. We're just going to let it be on the ground. We are going to save. And then we're going to pick it up with our very handy giant windrower loading wagon there, just to get a baseline of the amount of grass we got off the field. We are going to go back to our save, skip time, and let it grow again to the second stage. Always going to be the second stage of growth. We're going to mow it again. We will save again. Then we'll pick up the grass the second time. Now, the grass should be doubled from the first time. We're going to find that out. And once we get that, we're going to cut, let it grow, cut, let it grow, cut, let it grow until maybe, 6 or 7 times, and see if it doubles every time. Or do we start getting a decrease in the amount of grass picked up? Or can we even get grass to cut at that point? Because it's going to be kind of high on there. We're going to find out. It's a strange journey, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. Now we got our first cutting done. We're going to pick all this up with this handy dandy windrower loading wagon. Just to get a baseline of our grass total yield. See if it changes. Now, again, this outside edge, we just painted it just so we don't run into any accidental cutting of grass on the outside. We have the same amount every time we cut it. Makes it easy. We don't have to be so precise. So we'll get our total on this field. We end up with 28,257 liters. So we will revert back to our save. We need to fert this field, and then we will cut it again. So we flip back to our save. We've got to fertilize this field. Be easy to have this field in. So everything was, good. Lime state, plowed state, roll, mulching. Everything was set to perfect. So we keep reverting back. All we should have to do is fertilize this field. If we got one total already, we'll fast forward some time and let it grow. Now we're getting our second cutting in. As you can see, the grass is notably thicker on the field, as it should be, since we have basically 4 growth cycles of grass on there. Our second cutting, it is a little bit bumpier for the mower, I will say that. Nothing it can't handle, but the question is did we yield the same? So we'll get this last pass done, save again, pick the grass up, and see if things work normally. The grass should have doubled. We're not going to forget that little sprig right there. Go pick it up. Now, if we get this pass done, we should be in the neighborhood, which we've already passed. of, should have been 56,500. As you can see, we're at 58,418. So we've actually did a little bit more than doubling. Now there's going to be a little bit of variation in the grass. So I think we're pretty close to being doubled. We didn't lose any. We gained a little bit, so didn't really have a negative effect. So we're going to quit, revert back to our save, fertilize again, let it grow again, cut it again, and pick it up again and see what happens. All right, we're picking up our third cutting. It is February. We do have a fixed visual month of July just because we have seasons and all that stuff turned off. Now, if this continues at the pace we were before, we should have about 86,000. Which we're already over that. We're actually gaining some. We're up to 88,534. We missed a little bit there. Not forget that. So we end up at 88,553. Not bad. A little bit more than we expected. Again, we're gaining a little bit each time. So what we're going to do is skip ahead. Probably get to the 6th cut. There's quite a blanket of grass on that field. So let's get to the 6th cut and see if it still works. We're back for our 6th cut, and you can see we've been mowing this field the same way every time. You can see where it goes down the middle. The humps are quite large now. It's not stopping this big M, which is base game. So we're not having an issue there, but you can see we're got some pretty thick grass. But it pokes through. You can see it growing out through the cut grass. So now we just got to pick it up. See if we get 6 times our first pickup. All right. So 6 times our initial 28,257. We should expect somewhere in the neighborhood of 169,000 liters. And, you know, this is rolling a little bit slower over those humps. Nothing it can't handle, but those mounds are getting kind of big. And well, you can see by the numbers down below, we've already surpassed our number. 179,000 liters. So we got an extra 10,000 over expected over 6 cuttings. That's about what, 1,600 liters per cut extra. So 6 cuts on one field didn't make a bit of difference. I'm not totally surprised by that because of the game mechanics, but is a little bit different. So what do we think of this? I mean, other than the fact that it was kind of funny, if you want to save up grass over a period of time and only pick it up one time, you can cut it 6 times, leave it on the field, and then come back and pick it up all at once. Other than that, did we learn anything really important today? Not really. Did we have some fun? I did. I hope you did. If you enjoy these videos, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll get into some more science next time. But until then, thank you for watching.